The Knicks got a big-time win tonight, comfortably over the Dallas Mavericks. And in the third quarter in particular, a 14-1 run really kind of closed the game.
You know, I really did, up by 11 at half, and I think you could tell the Knicks were in control of this game, but there's no doubt this has Tom Thibodeau written all over it. I mean, to see New York Knicks pop back, win 4 out of their last 5 games, you can tell they're being talked to in a certain kind of way. They're coming out with an edge. You have Julius Randle being booed by fans, and there's no doubt he has something to prove. R.J. Barrett, he had himself a heck of a game, a heck of the last 2 games. But Mitchell Robinson, the job he did, offensive rebounds, energy plays, this just screams Tom Thibodeau to me, especially defensively. You got Luka Doncic with only 21 points, 1 for 9 from the field. The team for Dallas only has 16 assists. I think this was a clear defensive effort. It seemed like New York was flying around all over the place, making plays. And I just think you just sense desperation. You sense this is a team that's trying to make a midseason move right now. And this was quite the game. It was halftime up by 11, and they were up by 25 points in that second half at one point. It really did become a blowout. So I thought it was a heck of a game and a heck of a gutsy effort by New York.
All right, Novi, let's jump around the league real quick. Last night, the game of the night, the Golden State Warriors against the Memphis Grizzlies, and Ja Morant put on an MVP-like performance when he defeated the Golden State Warriors. So, simple question here. Is Ja Morant the next superstar, true superstar in this league?
There's no question. I think she's shown glimpses. You know, I think back to just that Laker game just a few games ago when he had that block on Avery Bradley where you honestly wonder, did you just see a CGI block, the way that he elevated, the way that he got up? But it's true. It's like the glimpses like that where he has his team winning 10 games in a row. That's not light work. Obviously, you got to give Taylor Jenkins, their head coach, a ton of credit for putting this group together. But Ja Morant makes this group go. And I think, like you just said, to see the matchup of him versus Steph Curry, the Memphis Grizzlies versus Golden State, and to see Memphis win their 10th game in a row against Golden State and to play the way that they did, I think that we are seeing what only somebody who is a true star can do. And he's elevated this team. He's making big plays all over the court. And to be honest, I think everybody tunes in and wants to see Steph Curry play. I think Ja Morant is starting to have that appeal where people go, I'm not sure what game I want to watch tonight, but wherever Ja Morant is, I want to see that game.
Starting to, Novi. I think we're there.
I think we're there, too.
So much you get
I agree.
from him.
Allen Iverson with rocket fuel, man. That's Ja.
Golly. All right, let's keep going. Speaking of point guards, all right, one great championship-winning point guard and now head coach, Chauncey Billups, said of a now part-time player, Kyrie Irving, that he is the most skilled point guard in the league. Agree.
I think that Kyrie is one of the most skilled point guards of all time. I do think that's a bit of a hot take. Now, because it's Chauncey Billups, I think you have to say, look, you listen to that, and you've got to give him respect. Chauncey's a big-time point guard, and he obviously knows what he's talking about. He's been around the league. But at a time in the league where there's a guy named Steph Curry, I'm just not sure you can say he's the most skilled point guard of all time. Not only is Steph the greatest shooter of all time, but he's running the point guard spot right now, doing historical things, winning championships. And you have to say, look, Golden State won a championship where you have to say Steph was the best player on that team for, let's call it, one of those championships at least. When Kyrie won a championship, although this isn't based on championships totally, he said he's the most skilled player. I do think it matters. And I think Kyrie was the second best player. He had LeBron James when he won a championship. And so I think to see Steph Curry, the things that he's doing, the shots that he's making, and the fact that while he's making those shots and shooting the ball at a historical rate and a historical clip, he's also running a team. He's also getting the assists. And so to me, I think it's hard to argue that Steph is not the most skilled player, especially point guard.
I don't know why, but it really like throws me to go Steph is a point guard.
Why?
It just doesn't. It doesn't compute naturally.
Don't let the buckets distract you.
And that's exactly probably what it is, if I'm honest. I don't know. Speaking of another guy that can play point guard.
Yes, Monica's favorite team, the ARP Lakers, are struggling. But one person who isn't struggling is LeBron James, playing every position, starting games at center, and playing some of the best basketball of his career, if you can believe it or not, at the ripe old age of 37 years old. Talk to me about the king and what he continues to do at such an unprecedented time.
Look, I think LeBron gives you a lot of reasons to either love or hate him. And this is certainly one of the reasons that no matter what, you have to love this, because he is able to play the point guard position, let's be honest, at his size and his strength and his age, to be honest. And now he's moving over to the center spot. And to be honest, with the game where it is, where shooting is so important, being able to play small ball lineups is so important, being able to be a highly skilled player no matter what position you are, 1 through 5. To see LeBron move to the 5 spot at the ripe old age of, what is he, 39 right now?
37 years old. Hey, give him his years, Kobe.
Okay.
Give him his years. He's 37.
37. It is impressive to be able to see him, I think, be this effective. But I think it gives you the Lakers a huge advantage, because it is a small ball lineup, especially when your center is maybe one of the most skilled players of all time.
It's going to be fun to watch. Somebody asked me today, if the Lakers are healthy, do you give them a chance in the playoffs? Yeah, you can't bet against LeBron.
Of course.
But they got to have like a dozen games, at least a dozen games together healthy, because I think continuity matters. Speaking of continuity and the absence possibly thereof, my home team, Novi, reports are Montrezl Harrell and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope got into a little skirmish with each other at halftime. Anything like that ever happened to you, and is this cause for alarm?
You know what? In the NBA, a lot of crazy things happen. I've seen plenty fights at halftime, and plenty guys, whether it be a coach and a player or 2 players, go at it. But to be honest, if you're a team that cares, if you're fighting to play the right way and trying to win games, this happens, I think, more than you think. And so I think you just can't make too much of this. Often, guys are doing it for the right reasons. They both think they're absolutely right. Usually one guy's definitely wrong, but you're not going to tell them at halftime unless you're ready to fist fight. And sometimes guys do speak up and it creates a fight, but I don't think it's cause for alarm. I think it's very normal, and I'm sure they're going to love each other in no time.